Hey, what's going on, guys? This is actually a promotional video for a live stream that is happening right now as you listen to this video. But I am going to go over a couple of things with you guys. But before that, basically, the live stream is going to be um, it's going to be directly addressing this incident which occurred in Dallas, Texas, where there was an active shooter situation during a high school basketball game between two Dallas area schools, in which a young black teen boy, 18 years old, was tragically shot and killed by a 15-year-old. Both of them attended the same high school, and apparently it was a fight that broke out over some dumb shit. Obviously, they were both black, and it wasn't so much the fact that this happened, because it happens all the time, but it was the fact that it was caught on news camera of a local station that was covering the game when the shooting broke out inside of the stadium, just behind the bleachers where people were sitting spectating on the game. Now, I'm going to touch very briefly on that, but because this brother shared this story with me in email, and on most occasions, I wouldn't do a video in regards to this because, again, it happens so much. I mean, how many shootings over the fucking years has there been of, young black people at basketball games? To be honest with you, if I put side by side the amount of stories I've heard of Negroes getting shot at basketball games versus Negroes getting shot at fucking house parties, I think it would be a tie. But I want to touch on the larger issue of, just a question of, I mean, can black people really complain about other people killing and abusing them when they do it so much to themselves? And while I have, talked about this particular topic on several different occasions in dozens of different videos over the years, I feel like it's time to once and for all address it, take it head on directly. Also, as some of you know, just within the last couple of hours, I'm going to go ahead and recap some things that I went over in the last live stream in regards to black female incels and their growing hatred and threat to successful free thinking black men. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the fact that, as many of you know who've been trying to watch the replay of a couple of days ago's live stream, the live stream um, did not did not process correctly, so the playback was deleted, or it's non-existent. As a matter of fact, I went ahead and took that stream down because it shows as video inactive. So basically, I'm going to give you guys who weren't there for the live stream an opportunity to listen in as I just kind of gloss over, try to summarize some of the stuff we talked about in the live stream from a couple of days ago in regards to black females and their rising disdain for black men who are becoming more independent of, you know, this traditional line of thinking for men in general, to cater to pussy, essentially. Also, and this is what I meant to bring up first, we're going to briefly touch on, as you know, a couple of hours ago, Donald Trump was acquitted of all charges as expected in the Senate. In his short trial, they refused to call the Republicans, who have a majority in the Senate. They refused to call witnesses to the House floor and have a long, drawn out trial. And the Senate basically voted, and Donald Trump was acquitted as expected. His camp was never worried about it. But I just want to weigh in on that to briefly give my hypothesis and maybe see you guys' hypothesis on you know, does this hurt the Republican side, or is this going to hurt the Democratic side more? Because there's a lot of animosity towards Trump anyway, and will him being acquitted, will that lessen his chances of being reelected, or will the Democrats' pettiness of trying to get him removed and just coming off as completely desperate and pathetic, will that hurt their chances of getting in the White House later this year in 2020? So we're gonna touch on all three of those topics. It's gonna be a pretty long stream. But I do want to go over one other thing with you guys before that. And I actually went over this, I believe, before the last stream that I did. But as some of you may know, the chat box doesn't work for mobile devices on FS Avenger right now. We are working on getting that problem fixed. But there is a bit of a workaround for that, for those of you who want to be interactive, because just like, comments in a uploaded video here on ScrewTube or on BitChute or FS Avenger, people being able to chat and interact live is very pivotal to the success or lack thereof of a live stream. So the workaround that I have found is that until we get the chat box situation fixed where you can use it on your mobile device, what you can do is during the live stream tonight, you can go down, and the comment section for some reason is still active during the live stream. On ScrewTube, when you do a live stream, you can only be in live chat, I believe. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's only live chat is allowable. The chat box is allowable after the stream finishes and processes to a playback. Then you can use the comment section. But on FS Avenger, you have the advantage of being able to use the comment box, which is below the video. I'm going to scroll back up here so you can see it yourself. I'm so glad I didn't write anything derogatory in there, because then I would have had to erase this fucking video and do it over. Okay, so right below the video itself, and right below the chat box tonight, you just keep scrolling below the title, below my avatar, views, and everything. You will find below the chat box and video, you will find the comment box. So you can leave your comments or ask any questions in the comment box. The only difference between the chat box and the comment box is you have to constantly refresh the page to the live stream if you want to see answers to your questions or what other people are saying. So that's a little bit of a workaround for anybody who is currently using a mobile device, and I know that's going to be an overriding majority of the people who watch anything on the internet now, myself included. But the good news is we're working on that. And also, if you're on a desktop or a laptop, you should still be able to access the live stream chat box. But unfortunately, right now it is a keyboard only accessible feature, which means your device, whatever you're using, and I know some people have little portable mini keyboards. Not too many people have Blackberries anymore, but you have to literally, it's just coded in there. I've tried to download like some apps for digital touch screen keyboards to work around the problem, but for some reason the enter key always disappears inside the fucking chat box. So if you can find an app of a traditional or original keyboard that allows you to have the enter key for the chat box, go for it. That's fantastic. If you do find that on the Apple Store or in the Google Play Store, please share that information with me and I'll relay it to other people to download on their mobile device. But in the meantime, like I said, you can just use the comment box and I will do my best to accommodate each person who leaves a comment or asks a question by occasionally refreshing my page on one of my other devices while I'm live streaming tonight. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it, and I look forward to seeing you guys over there.